It is Monday morning and I am home in my bed. I look very, very rough. I forgot to take my makeup off last night. Um, yeah, because I don't be wearing makeup. So I don't have like a routine. How's everybody doing? I decided I'm gonna vlog today, although I have so many vlogs to edit. I'm gonna do that as well. So you guys, today is the day after Leah Ray's birthday. Today's October 27th. Um, I took off a couple of days because I had actually had plans to travel, but that didn't work out. So instead of giving back my days, I decided to keep them and take some time for me because that's what you're supposed to do. Y'all see my nails? I want to go get these jokers redone. Hold on, I'm using the DJI, but it is, there you go. So I told y'all in one clip or video, I always wanted to get cat eye nails, but I just never did it. So the last time I went, I wanted like a spooky, dark, fall Halloween color, and this is what I got. And I like it, but I think my next set, I keep saying I'm not going back, but I keep going back. I have so many press-ons. My issue is I am a mover and shaker. Those press-ons be popping off. Even when I had like the best glue, they would last, but then eventually one will pop off. I just don't want my nails to pop off. That's why I keep going to get them professionally done. But I promise y'all, I got like 500 designs, press-ons that I want to use that I bought from various places because I was like, I'm not paying nobody to do my nails again. Let's see what happens, you guys. Our hair is in a bun. It is nappy, but I ain't go nowhere. Yesterday, which was Sunday, Leah Ray's birthday, I had a great Sunday. Like, it was very chill and relaxed, but I had got so much done. My plan was to get up early and go for a walk. I don't think I mentioned this, but I can no longer run anymore as per my doctor's orders. I've been telling y'all for years that I had a bum left knee and I do not want to get surgery. So I have done all these things, like therapeutic things, to kind of help my knee, but it has nothing, there's nothing I can do. The cartilage is gone. When your cartilage is gone, you have very few options. Now, that is definitely partly my fault, and I will take self accountability because I knew that my knee was getting worse and I did nothing about it. See, me taking self accountability, because we're not always right. And when you're wrong and you don't do the things you're supposed to do, you have to be able to take self accountability. And 100% me not doing all the things I needed to do for this left knee of mine has made it worse, to the point where I don't have as many options. There are some shots that I can take. It's like a gel or something that they shoot into your knee to give your knee cushion. But I was reading all these crazy things about how the gel could like travel to other places in your body and then harden and cause blood clots. I'm like, what? Like, I'm gonna start wearing my brace. I have a knee brace. I also have tape. There's special like athletic tape where you can create your own sort of support on different parts of your body, and I do have that tape. So I need to be more diligent with making sure that my knee has support, because it hurts, y'all. It hurts. I was limping the other day, yesterday, me doing my little running around. Child, I felt like an old ass lady. I was cute, cute, because I ain't gonna step outside my house not being cute, but definitely limping. Definitely limping like an old lady. So I did go for a walk. I told you guys. that where I live, it is set up for people to actually walk the property. There's like trails and pathways and different places you can go. So I walked one of the trails yesterday, me and Chunky. When I have Chunky, I have to do the short trails because he can't walk but so far. And I'll put some clips
Good
in
morning.
here.
Hey, you say I never do anything or reach out to you to let you know if I'm alive or any of that good stuff. So, hey, I'm alive. And guess who I found while walking your nephew? Look who's in the corner. It's your cat. He's just over there. I mean, he looks clean and stuff, but it's cold. He gotta be cold. Chunky, you oblivious?
My dog loves to be outside. He loves to explore. He wants to be a part of whatever's going on. He's not your typical bulldog. Remember, I had a bulldog before, and my other bulldog was the total opposite. He did not want to be outside. He did not want to walk. He did not want to do much of anything. He wanted to eat and he wanted to lay on the couch. And that was pretty much his life. Chunky, he wants to do all the things, very much like my personality. He is laying here right next to me. I was trying to wait for him to have to go to the bathroom before I got up, but he hasn't gotten up yet. So, yeah, we did our little walk back to the house, and I made myself some pancakes and some bacon. I have cut back on my bacon eating, you guys. You will see a clip at some point where I made bacon and I showed y'all all of the fat that came off of that bacon, and I was like, yo, I'm eating this, I have to chill out on the bacon. So I hardly eat bacon now. I had like a couple of pieces left in the freezer, so I finished it. But when I was buying bacon every time I went food shopping, I do not anymore. And I started eating pork bacon again when I hadn't eaten pork in 20 something years. And it does make a difference. When I went to go get my physical, my cholesterol was up, and I promise you it was from that bacon and a couple of other things that I started eating that I never used to eat before. So, you have to keep an eye on these things. They definitely make changes to your blood levels and all that stuff. So yeah, I'm conscious of it. And your food does not remove stuff from your body like it did 20 years ago. So you just have to be very cautious. So yeah, I did that yesterday. And then I started doing some laundry. I packed Leah's box. I'm always late every damn year with either her birthday box or her Christmas box. But what happened was I had started out, by the time she sees this, she would have gotten everything. I started out with just a couple of the Halloween duckies. Leah owns a Jeep, so I wanted to get her these Halloween duckies for her Jeep. And then I saw something else, and then I saw something else, and then I'm like, oh shoot, it's closer to her birthday. I want to get this for her birthday. So it ended up what should have been like a small box or like a little mailing bag ended up being a big ass Christmas, birthday, Halloween box. And I need to get up so I could go to the post office before they close so I can mail out her box, even though her birthday was yesterday. But it's like a variety box. It should get there in the next couple of days. Yeah, so I did that, was doing laundry. I finally watched Monster that was on Netflix. I was like so skeptical to watch it because I had heard so many different things, and you really got to be in a mood for those like psychological shows and movies. And it was based on a true story. That was a real person that was cutting up people's bodies and wearing skin. Like, what? So I had made this observation, like, kind of felt bad for him, even though he was like a murderer. But people don't realize where the mindset and the mental of people, like where it comes from. Like his mother was definitely a big part of why he was crazy like that. Like the mom, didn't want him to ever have sex with women, and she was very controlling and just like a psycho herself, but she had PTSD from his father. Like, stop taking out y'all issues that y'all had with y'all baby daddies and fathers and stuff on your children. Like, that's the worst thing you could do for your kids. And that's exactly what happened with Ed Gain. And I don't know if y'all seen it or not, but it was a doozy. They broke it down into episodes. I don't even know how many episodes, but I started it like early afternoon and I had finished it at night. And yeah, I was just so proud of myself yesterday because I had accomplished so much, but I also was able to take a nap. I was also leisurely, around the house doing things, getting rid of things. Took my dog out a couple of times. Ooh, you okay? Um, Let Cooper out. I love days when you're not like forced to do anything. Everything was very leisure and I still accomplished things that needed to be done. So today, and I did getting text messages, and I did get a I did get some stuff from Amazon. Dress. I have a couple of functions coming up, and it's burgundy. I was like, oh, I don't really have too many burgundy things. It's very, very form fitting. My ass is gonna have to go on like a 2-day fast to wear it, but it's like one shoulder. And I had got the haul. Hopefully you would have seen the haul. If it's up, I'll put it across here. I had got these cute burgundy shoes that I saw in Burlington that will match. It's not a perfect match, but the burgundies go. So to match the dress. So I'm set for my next event, which is in 2 weeks. It's a dinner award dance, which should be fun. I'm trying to think what else I did. Oh, I also made pasta and a piece of tuna last night. I've been having to taste this place by my job. I work in the hood now, y'all, but let me tell you, the food is amazing. So there was, sorry Chunky, I didn't mean to do that. They have this piece of salmon. They just cook it to perfection, and I usually get fettuccine alfredo. I like to eat, y'all. I'm sorry, I didn't have any fettuccine, so I just looked to see what I had. And I like the rosé sauce. It wasn't like regular tomato sauce, but like the stuff they use for penne alla vodka, the sauce they use for penne alla vodka. So I was like, oh, I'll just use this sauce. And I made some spaghetti, and I made my piece of yellow tail fish in the air fryer. It was so good. Oh, sorry, Chunky. And that was my dinner last night. And then I was up talking to this gentleman, Leah. I'm talking about Idris Elba cousin. Sam, you know too. I sent you a picture. Remember, and I was like, oh, it's not my typical type. Him. Leah and Sam know who I'm talking about. Anyway, so I was up last night talking to him, and then the conversation just kind of got like real adult, but I didn't mind it because it wasn't disrespectful. It was, when you're trying to get to know somebody or whatever. And I met him in Walmart, y'all. Nice. He's my age or close to my age. And he nicely came up to me as a gentleman and, asked if I was single or, could we exchange information. And he's not my typical type of dude. And I don't even think that I have a type, but I do think that I'm attracted to a certain look, because we all like what we like, and we're all attracted to what we like. I'd say I like the pretty boys. Like, I feel like I'm always like attracted to pretty boys. And but I do like all type of men. I don't have no preference, like light skin, dark skin, skinny, tall, short. Like, I like them all. If you look good, you look good. It doesn't really matter to me. But I do find typically the dudes that are also like to talk to me are usually pretty boys. This guy's not necessarily a pretty boy, but he is very handsome. He got the beard going on. It's a little salt and pepper in there. He's a man of a particular age. If I didn't dye my hair, I would have salt and pepper hair as well. But he's very, very smart. He was born in Germany. He is black, y'all. He was born in Germany. He's very intelligent. He also works for the government. Yeah, so we were just trying to get to know each other. He's already trying to go out, and I'm just like, bro, no. Like, I have rules to how I do things, and I'm not the person that moves super fast. I am trying to, I was just talking to Sam about this the other day. I am trying to learn not to be so guarded. I'm like that anyway in life. I'm just very protective of my peace. And now even more so after being in such a long-term relationship and losing some very important trust factors for me. I would never in a million years think that the person that I was with for 30 years would do some of the things that he did. And it was very shocking to me, like to my core shocking. And this is why I'm not with that person anymore. I know a lot of women, and I'll talk about that too. I know a lot of women who put up with certain things because they are scared to leave their situations. Um, they're scared to leave their situations, and they are scared to basically detach from someone that's not really for their good, because people don't want to start over. People don't have the means to start over. That is a very real thing. And I promise y'all, there's no judgment with women who do what they have to do for their own survival. But I was taught from a very young age that you don't have to put up with nothing you do not want to put up with. And this is why you always must have your own way. You know, I knew that I needed to be educated so that I would always have options for myself. What if my husband died? What if, something tragic happened? Let's not even talk about like lies and deceit, just like regular life stuff. I know a lot of women who let their men control all the money. They've never worked. They're not educated. They have absolutely nothing to fall back on. If something was to happen to their spouse, not even negatively, just life stuff. So again, I talk about choices, and I talk about being prepared, because that's what I know. And I promise y'all, I get judged, I get ridiculed, I get people trying to attack me because they don't want to hear that shit, and because their lives may not be that. People always get triggered by things that are their own situations, or they feel some type of way if you say certain things, and that's okay. I don't care if you're triggered. I'm always gonna preach about being self-sufficient, just for yourself, not for any other reason, just for yourself, because the day and times that we live in, and it's only getting worse, you have to have something to fall back on. And I see people making all the excuses in the world of why, oh, the world is hard, the economy is hard, everything's hard. Yes, absolutely. This is even more of a reason for you to want to have things in place to be able to do things. But listen, baby, when you trying to talk to people who don't want to do anything and who are very complacent in their lives, or they think you judging or you trying to be better, they won't hear it. The shit that I talk about, the things that I do, the things that I show, is for the people who are ready to receive it. Like, when I was going through life, I did not always have the best people around me. Thank God I had a little bit of common sense, and I saw past what was right in front of me. I saw past my block. I saw past the people in the hood. I saw past the negative people in my family who basically just wanted me to be like them and not have nothing. Nah, I'm glad I saw past that. And so I feel like my duty is always to preach positivity and to preach what you can do, because you can do anything. They have, and y'all know who they is, They have this world set up so in your mind you think you can't do anything. You see the thousands of people that get on here and say, "Oh, you know, I need my food stamps. I need my Section 8, da, da, da," because already in your mind they have y'all programmed that you can't get out of your situation. Oh, you have a couple of kids. Oh, you stuck. You can't get out of your situation. Now, don't get me wrong. There are some people who are stuck because they put themselves in those positions. But even that, I feel like if you set goals, plans, start to figure out other ways, there's always a way to do better. And all it takes is one step, yo. One step to get to the next level, to get to the next level, to get to the next level. Like now, I told y'all one of the videos I just did, there were people basically saying, they're gonna rob people if they don't get their EBT. They're gonna be out here robbing stores and knocking people over the head. All that's gonna do is get you a record, boo boo, and then you really gonna be in a box. It's not worth it. It's not worth it, yo. If you on hard, if you have fallen on hard times, take this time to use whatever benefits that the government can provide for you and start planning out your next move as your best move to get out of that rat race, because that is all it is. That is what is this world hard? Yes. Is everything fucking expensive? Do they make it easy for you? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. But there is a way out. My life is not perfect, especially now after going through a separation where my finances is all over the place at this point. I have lost so much money. I am bleeding money, and I can't say to Uncle Sam, please help me, somebody pay my grocery bill, like can somebody put a little bit of money towards my mortgage, my whatever, because they're gonna be like, bitch, you made those choices. You were the one who decided to buy all those properties. You was the one who chose that man. You were right. Those were my choices. I chose to take on a lot of responsibility because I wanted a certain type of life. I can't go and cry for help because nobody's going to feel bad for me. So what is the difference between other people who make their choices and somebody like me who's made my choices? What's the difference? Why does that person need help and I don't need help? I don't need help. Why? Because it seems like I live a certain type of life. I never understand, why does one person deserve help and another person does not? Because we made two different life choices. It is not my responsibility to take care of anybody. It's not your responsibility to take care of anybody. But in the world that we live in, the way that they have things set up, I don't mind taxes coming out of my check to help people that need the help, that can't do any better for themselves. Absolutely. I am blessed to be able to get up every day. Do I want to get up every day for something? To travel to a fucking job that's 2 hours away, work my ass off, come home and be super tired? No. But this is my choice, because in my mind, there's an end goal. People don't look at the end goal. People are not looking at their future. They're looking at, oh, I get to sit home. I don't have to work hard. I don't have to do anything. Oh, I could just sit here. Da, da, da. Well, then you sit there. And then in 5 years, when you have nothing but junk around you, surrounded by junk because you didn't have a plan for your future, you don't go nowhere, you can't do nothing, you have no options, you're very limited to your circle. Those were your choices. That's not me. I don't want to be limited. We have a very short amount of time on this earth. I'm going to do everything I can within my power. Within my power. We can only do what we can do. I'm one person. My life has been shaken up unimaginably. Okay? I have to figure it out because I'm grown and this is my life. This is my life and we only get one. So I have to do all the things that I have to do to secure what I consider a comfortable life. And I be damned if I just sit around and, because I could have, when everything happened to me, y'all, and I thought that I was going to be able to get spousal support because my husband makes more money than me. We both make 6 figures, but he makes more money than me. And he legit just stopped paying for mad shit. Just stopped. Just stop paying. Like, shit that's in my name, shit that's in his name. He just stopped. Whose responsibility is that? Is that the government's responsibility? Because the person that I chose to spend the rest of my life with decided that he wasn't going to pay bills no more? They would laugh at me if I tried to get help. But why shouldn't I be able to get some help? Because that's hard times. I fell on hard times. I did not know. Just like the people who pick these wrong kids, baby daddies. You don't know that that's going to happen. You go into it, most people go into these relationships and have children with men who they think they're in love with, who they think that are going to stick by them and create a beautiful future. It doesn't happen. So then when this person leaves your life and you fall on hard times and now you have triple the bills and you get to reach out to the government for help, what's the difference between me and you? Exactly. That's all I'm saying. What makes it where I shouldn't be able to get help if I fall in a hard situation? I believe everybody should be able to get a little kickback from the system, especially if you are somebody like me that's been working since I was 14 years old. Somebody that's been pouring into the system and paying taxes and giving back and being a volunteer and being a mentor, giving my whole life back to other people. I should be able to get some assistance if I needed it. But that's not how the system is set up. The government looks at me as like, oh, you rich, and now we're going to tax the shit out of you because you're making more than, the country, the average person in the country. I get punished. I get punished for going to work. I get punished for being at a certain tax bracket. But this is when your brain has to come in. How can I get around this? This is where real estate comes in. This is when having a good tax person comes in. This is when starting to change certain things so you're not getting taxed comes in. It's all fair in love and war, right? It's not. It really is not. It's not a fair world. We do not live in a fair world at all. I just want people to realize that you cannot not be a productive citizen in this world and think that it's other people's responsibility to pick up your slack. I said in one of my last videos, I knew from a young age that I was not going to be the girl that got pregnant and kept having kids, just because I knew that if I did that, then I would have some sort of security and I wouldn't have to necessarily work or do much. That's what was around me. Tons of my cousins listened to their mother and ended up in that sort of situation where they started having multiple kids and they were able to get housing and a little bit of food stamps. And now, you know what, you guys? They still in the hood. They're still in the hood. Their kids now have kids who also are on assistance. They don't have any stability. There's always a, can you give me, can you please? And I don't want to hear it. And that's the shit I'm talking about. I do not feel sorry for people who made their own bad fucking choices in life. And then you sit there and have the audacity to think that it is my responsibility to feed your kids. It is my responsibility to help you pay your bills. How? How, Sway? How is it my responsibility? This government ain't for none of us. Let's just be quite honest. It's not for any of us. But they have brainwashed y'all and made y'all complacent where y'all get into these, oh, I'm not working with, I don't gotta work, I don't gotta do nothing, until something happens like this where your government checks are threatened. Then you want to rob and kill people. But you've been sitting around for years not trying to do anything or stash that money or get a hustle, nothing. And the funniest shit to me now too is everybody thinks that they're gonna get on the internet. You on the system, but you think you're gonna get on the internet and become internet famous, and then you're gonna be like, I'm working. If you cannot feed your family without government assistance, YouTube is not your job. Okay? And again, it is not enough stability, because one week you can make $3,000, $10,000, and the next week you could make five. How is that stability for your children who need to eat every day? Your bills that need to be paid weekly, monthly, however your bills are laid out. How is that stable? It's not. It's not. And I just sit back and say, nobody's saving money. Nobody is investing money. Everybody just living high off the hog until something like this happens. Let me get off this, y'all. I'll talk to y'all in a bit. I'm trying to get up and do a couple things. I think I'm gonna order me some food. I really need to do some grocery shopping, but I'm gonna wait till this weekend. Hey y'all. Okay, so I'm up. Me telling Leah that I ordered, and y'all know dang on well I do not like Dunkin. But Chunky's on the balcony, y'all. I'm sure he's barking. They're having an open house today in my complex. There is 2 newly renovated 1-bedrooms this way. There's a lot of people in and out, so Chunky is on high alert. I'm like, how do I open this bag? So I ordered Dunkin because it was the quickest thing that I could get at to get to my house. I got hash browns. Ooh, I forgot I got these. And I got these little munchies. Now those I could eat. Let me see if he's barking again. Hold on. He could smell the food. That's why, y'all. That's the only reason why he came in here barking. So, I got the cereal drink. Should I put the light on? Y'all can see me. The ice cereal milk latte espresso. This shit was mad expensive. This is so small. It was $6. I originally ordered a large. It was almost $8. I was like, yo, Dunkin', y'all bugging. So that was 6 something. Hold on. Let me give this drink a taste. This might be a long vlog. I was talking a lot earlier. I like the straw. The first sip was very good. I tasted the espresso, but I taste absolutely nothing cereal about this, so let me mix it up.
I don't know how that croissant gonna be because I don't be liking their breakfast sandwiches at all, but those little hash brown things, they be alright though. This girl I know, she addicted to the little hash brown cheese bacon. Oh, say this girl I know. I don't know this girl. This is some girl I found on YouTube. But yeah.
Oh, they burnt these.
That whole substitute teachers calling themselves teachers is such a pet peeve of mine because, like, are you allowed to get on the internet and be like, oh, I'm a cop, just because you work at the office? Or, you know what I'm saying, I'm a doctor, just because you a secretary, you know, in the front, or because you a little nurse's assistant, you know what I'm saying, or an office assistant, and you go in there and you get the room ready and you get to wear scrubs, so can you get on the internet and say you a doctor? You know what I'm saying? Like, it's such a disrespected profession, and you know, the fact that people just get on the internet and be like, oh, I'm a teacher, I feel like people should start coming for them the way they would come for anybody that got on the internet and said they were something that they weren't as far as a profession.
I'm supposed to stop eating bacon, y'all, remember? Here I go getting the maple bacon. I've had this before, so let me see. That's actually not bad.
Let me tell you. Okay, girl, so I'm actually vlogging as we speak. So when you see this vlog, it's going to be in real time. I played your voice note on the vlog. You ain't say nothing crazy, so we good. So the maple bacon croissant is actually very good. It doesn't taste like, you know, what I'm used to Dunkin'. And it's not super hot. Like. So it's good and it's not even hot. So that's a go. And the iced cereal milk latte, I got a small. So my first sip, I didn't shake it up. I just tasted espresso, which was good. I love espresso, but I had to shake it up to kind of get... It's okay. It's not like... I don't know. It's not nothing to write home about, but it's not bad. So the sandwich is good. I told you that my hash browns are burnt. You're going to see them in the video. The drink is pretty good, even though I don't really get cereal taste from it. And then I got some munchkins, which are always good. All right, bye. So, see me, Samantha, my other sister. I was talking to her earlier too. I'm gonna text her in a bit and tell her I got Dunkin'. These two ladies, Leah and Sam, they know. I be mad picky with stuff, and I'm not a Dunkin' fan. I'm not. In my younger years, I used to go to Dunkin' a lot, and then eventually I just felt like everything just tastes the same. The food, the drink, and then there's always like, I felt like a layer of grease on everything. So I don't really go to Dunkin' because I don't find them to be good. Today, like I said, this sandwich is pretty good. My hash browns are burnt to a crisp. But I feel like if they weren't burnt, it probably would be good. I'm not like a coffee drinker. So all I really know is my espresso, my Nespresso flavors, and Bustelo. That's all I could really talk about. The dude that I'm talking to now that I was telling y'all about, Leah and Sam, Idris Elba's cousin, he is a coffee connoisseur. So Leah, you might like him. He was talking about me coming over and him making me some French press coffee, and I was like, yes. Yes, I am down. I don't know a lot about coffee, but I know if it tastes good or not to me. So there's that. What else I wanted to talk about? Oh, did y'all listen to Cardi B's album? I need some opinions in the comments. Like, what did y'all think? Did y'all like it? You want this little piece? I'm trying to get a little treat. A little piece of bacon fell out. Did you think it was good? I know it was a little ratchet, but I felt like ratchet but good. Like, people was like New York Nay. Y'all know New York Nay? She's a social media person. I love her. She's from New York. You can find her on Instagram, TikTok, whatever. She was basically saying she wasn't impressed. She was like, Cardi, what are you doing? ABC 1, 2, 3. And I get that, but it's Cardi. We already know she wasn't trying to do too much. She was being herself. I thought the simplicity of some of the rhymes went perfectly with the song. It doesn't always have to be a lyrical masterpiece. I don't know. That's just my opinion. And then Megan Thee Stallion came out with Lover Girl. Now, let me tell y'all, I don't like girls, but baby, Megan Thee Stallion body, honey, let me feel on your ass. Body is tea. I don't know if she had work done. If she did, they did a great job. That body looked natural, healthy. She's slim, thick. Like, that's what I really was watching in the video. The song is okay, I guess, but it was the body for me. Okay. while I'm eating somebody's bacon butter crisp. Yeah, y'all. So for the rest of the day, I'm just relaxing. Relaxing, y'all. I am not doing too much. My whole point of me keeping these days off is so that I can relax. So I'm not gonna be home and then trying to do a million things when the whole point of me taking this time was to just do nothing. And that's what I want to do. I do want to go back to drive over to my house. There is a table that I ordered that I forgot. I have it in my sunroom. It's in the box. I just thought about it the other day. I'll put it right here. I never opened it and put it together. That was my plan when I said I was keeping the house. Then when I decided I wasn't keeping the house, I forgot all about it. And I left it there. We have to go back and get that table. Hopefully, it's still there. I think I know exactly where it is. And we put that table in here. And I'll probably get rid of the crocodile. I'll put it in storage. The crocodile table. The other table is loose sight. It's going to open up the space a little better in here. It's so pretty. It's so me. We gotta go get that table. Maybe tonight. I don't really feel like doing that now, but laying down, relaxing. I'm about to go after I eat this and put some dishes in the dishwasher. And then I'm gonna go lay down some more because why not? Chunky's sitting here waiting for me to throw him something else. When he has a big bowl of food, just sitting there waiting for him. I've been giving him wet food mixed with his dry food more than usual because it's just more enjoyable for the dogs when they have the wet mixed with the dry. Give it a little bit more variety. Remember, they are wolves. So, I gotta rate my order. They follow my instructions. Here, y'all. Remember at the house I used to have them leave the food on my steps because there was no one around. I didn't have to worry about anybody taking the food or anything like that. Now living in an apartment, even though, like I said, everybody here seems super chill, they mind their business. I've had packages sitting in my door for days. Nobody's touched. So, I just rated my driver and gave an extra $1 tip. My first time ever ordering takeout here, I was a little like making sure nobody took my food, but it's fine. Like I said, for the most part, everybody around here just do their own thing. Working class folks or retired folks. There's a lot of people here that are retired and they live in this community, but it's perfect for them because this place has all the amenities that anybody could ever want. Where I live is the 1-bedrooms. They have different sections. It's 1,000 square feet. That's not a lot, but it's decent for an apartment. And I feel like the retired people, is enough space that they could keep up with and still, you know, live their lives. They go out on walks. This one lady, she lives up the hill and around the corner, but she comes down where my apartment is because I live close to the trail with her dog. And we got to chatting one day. She basically told me she works her whole life. And she basically told me she's a millionaire. And I was like, a little like, maybe you shouldn't be telling people you're a millionaire. But she's like, I can live anywhere I want, but I want to be surrounded by people. And you know, nature. And I was like, oh, well, this is a good place for that. It's very peaceful and quiet, but there's also people around. So if you fell or you died or something, there's gonna be somebody around, which is important for older people who do not have like family and stuff. But she be out walking her dog once, twice a day. Little furry dog. I don't know what kind of dog it is, but she's very nice. And she be out here, her Burberry, her Ferragamo. What's her job about New Yorkers? She retired, she ain't got nowhere to go. Walking her dog around the neighborhood. Her Burberry, Ferragamo, her little Chanel fanny pack. Child. New Yorkers gonna put that shit on. They don't care what's happening. Her dog be having Burberry and Chanel. Yeah, but it's a good mix of people around here. Whether they're transitioning, whether this is a starting point, or whether this is an ending point. It's a good mix. And I like it. I mean, like I said, the biggest adjustment for me is the space. But minus the space, everything else is okay. I would have preferred a 2-bedroom just so I could spread out a little bit. But I wasn't paying nobody no $3,000 for an apartment. When I own homes, you know, good night. Leah and I were just talking about, and I'm gonna be done. And y'all tell me if y'all know. This girl who was a substitute teacher, and me and Leah were saying, people that is not really teachers, you don't really have the degree, didn't put the years in, why y'all calling yourself teachers? This vlog may have to be a part 1, part 2. What's the girl name? Her. Y'all see her? So, this young lady's 24 years old. It was her first day at a high school in Mississippi. Mayada Borders. I thought she was a teacher, but Leah clarified she's a substitute teacher, and there is a difference. It was her first day, and she was making TikToks. She says that she's also a content creator, which I get, right? I'm a content creator. I'm a whole government official. You put your hands on me, you're going to jail for a very long time. We still out here making content, whether it's for pleasure, money, whatever it is. So I get it. She's a teacher, she's making content. That's fine. The issue is, she's filming in the school. Right now, I know every school has different rules and things like that. Not sure what the rules were, but she's an adult. There is a such thing as common sense. Why would you be filming these people's kids? She was filming people's kids and also making inappropriate, predatory comments about people's kids. She's a stud. She's very cute. She's a very cute girl. But what are you doing in somebody's high school talking about these young girls in a predatory way and then posting it on TikTok? What is wrong with you? She got fired immediately, and as she should. I did see the video she made apologizing and saying that she made a mistake. What did I just talk about? Choices, y'all. Choices. One wrong move, can screw you for the rest of your life. One wrong mistake can screw you forever. Why? Why even risk it? Like, why? It's not worth it. Put your camera away. Do your filming after school. She did a little quick outfit of the day. I think like in the back of the school. Okay, you filming yourself. You're not filming anybody's kids. But once you inside the school filming people's kids, talking about how they look, girl, what is happening? What is happening? All right, I'm done. I'll talk to you on the next one.